Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe cooking channel. Tonight we're going to get out the Kamado Joe cast iron wok and cook a healthier dish. We're going to cook some fried rice using cauliflower rice. So let's get started. I have built a fire in the firebox of my Kamado Joe Classic, and I've set the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking rack in here with the accessory rack in the lower position. And I'm just going to set my cast iron wok on that accessory rack, and then we're going to close the lid and we're going to let the Joe come up to around 400, maybe 425 in the dome. In order to get to 4 to 425, I'm going to close the bottom vent maybe about halfway. And I'm going to open the slider on the top vent to about the 3rd notch or so and leave it there. We'll watch it, and if I need to warm it up, I'll open this more. If I need to cool it down, we'll close it. So we're going to go about the 3rd notch here and see if we can't settle in around 400 or so. While our grill's coming up to temperature, I want to show you the ingredients that we're going to have for this. Right here I have one boneless, skinless chicken breast that I've diced up, and I've tossed it in about a teaspoon or so of peanut oil. I've given it a little salt and pepper. And back here we have our cauliflower rice. What I did was I took one medium-sized head of cauliflower and chopped it up and then just put it in the food processor and pulsed it until we had a rice content. You're looking for 4.5 cups of that for this recipe, and you can buy this frozen probably in the frozen food section of your store if you don't want to do it in a food processor. I've got 1 cup of diced carrots, I've got 1 cup of peas, I've got 1 cup of diced onion, and I also have here some sesame oil, and in this one I've got a little bit of freshly minced garlic. So we're going to start out here very shortly. The grill's almost up to temperature. Okay, I've been trying to keep an eye on the temperature here, and we're close. So I'm going to open up the grill. I'm going to close the lower vent because most of this cooking is going to be done with the lid open. We're going to dump that chicken in, and we're going to saute this chicken. And when this chicken gets about done here, we're going to take it off. And after we get the chicken off, we're going to take that tablespoon or so of sesame oil and toss it in. And then we're going to toss in our carrots and onions. And we're going to saute these for just a few minutes until they get softened. And after we've got those onions and carrots softened up, we're going to add that little bit of minced garlic. I'm using two cloves of freshly minced garlic, and we're going to stir that in for another minute or so, just till it becomes fragrant. And then we're going to dump in our cauliflower rice. And just keep on stirring it. Keep it moving the whole time. And after this has been going for 5 minutes or so, or until you're happy with the consistency of that, we're going to dump that cup of peas in there and stir them in. And then we're going to get our chicken back in there. And then we're going to season that with a little bit of soy sauce. You'll just have to kind of put soy sauce in to taste to get it how you like it. And then I'm going to push this all to the back. One ingredient I forgot to tell you about earlier is I've got 2 beaten eggs. We're going to put those in here and cook those over here on the side, and then we're going to mix that in with the fried rice. And then after you have all that combined, you're going to want to take a little taste test to see if you need any additional salt or soy sauce or whatever. I'm going to add just a little more soy sauce to mine. And we're going to stir that in for another minute or two. And then I'm going to take this off and we'll take it inside and have a taste test. Okay, I've gone ahead and plated some of this, and I have garnished this with just a little bit of green onion, so let's have a taste. Okay guys, the moment of truth. I'm going to start out with a piece of that chicken. Perfect on the chicken. And then some of the cauliflower rice. Guys, I'll tell you what, flavor-wise, this is hard to tell from something you'd buy in your typical Chinese restaurant. The texture of the cauliflower rice is slightly different than your typical rice. It doesn't have the sticky texture or anything. It's really got a good flavor though. It's picking up the flavor of everything else that we put in there. I can distinctly taste the sesame oil that we use to saute the carrots and the onions. And of course the soy sauce brings a lot of flavor to this as well. So this is a recipe that's got a lot less calories than your typical fried rice, because the rice is bringing a lot of calories that's no longer here in the cauliflower. So if you want to have a lower sodium version of this, use a lower sodium soy sauce and give this a try. Let me know what you think. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Kamado Joe. Follow us on Twitter @Kamado Joe. And until next time, this is John Setzler with Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.